it going? Today we're going to be talking about metal art. Sorry for all the background noise, by the way. It seems like every machine in this place is determined to keep running. I can't seem to get it to shut off. Anyway, yeah, so metal art. If you've been following my channel for a while, you've likely noticed that I haven't done any metal art tutorials. The fact is, I haven't done any art tutorials at all. Everything I teach is processes. I like to not really venture into that subjective stuff. It's not really my place to teach art per se, so I don't. And I'm not going to teach you metal art either. But I do have a specific request from someone to show you the tools that I use for the patterns, the background patterns in the metal art. So, fair enough, I'll do that. Like I said, I'm not going to teach you how to make art. That's very subjective. You do whatever you want, whatever you think looks good. Anyway, here are some examples of the stuff that I use to create the patterns in my metal work. It's not everything that I use because every job, every look that I'm going for kind of calls for something different typically, but these are a good place to start. First of all, I shouldn't do this one first. I don't use this very often, but this is a wire brush on a drill. This is a crappy drill, it's not mine, but it's the one that I had handy at the moment, so this is what I'm using to show you. What this does is some really neat effects in stainless steel. You can get overlapping circles and stuff like that. It's pretty nifty. And that's really the only one with a specific application. Aside from that, I do some tight patterns using a rotary tool, which you probably can't see because it's in this goofy box, but yeah, like a Dremel tool, basically, for tighter stuff, detail work, if I'm actually looking to create some kind of image. 3-inch die grinder with, you can get Scotch pad heads for it, more noise. Scotch pad heads for it, for lighter patterns, or if you want to go more aggressive, you can get sandpaper. I use an engraving tool, just a little one to carve my initials into the corner, or to do really tight patterns. If I'm doing an image, I can outline it in this for accent. And then the angle grinder. I know I did. Oh my god, it's a miracle, it turned off. Okay, yeah, the angle grinder, that's kind of the big one, especially the angle grinder and the die grinder are the main patterning tools that I use for various sizes of piece and various levels of detail, if you will. So for the angle grinder, tons of different stuff. You can use standard grind wheel, it's a little aggressive. Paint strip discs, you'd be surprised the kind of effects you can get out of that. Flapper discs, these allow you to make really tight lines if you want to. And finishing discs, of course I don't have any handy, but those are nice. And these are kind of flexible. They're like a Scotch pad type of thing. They come in a variety of colors, each one being a different grit, if you will, or a different level of coarseness. If you get the ones with a hole in them, they flex differently. Holes. Several holes in this guy, and it flexes more readily than the other one. And then be very careful if you're going to try and use something big like this. You probably noticed I don't have a guard on my grinder. I, of course, can't recommend that because that's a good way to get sued. But that I don't use one personally. I do, however, have a little piece of metal attached here to protect my grinder for when I do use something large like this. It's kind of dangerous. It does bend and can hit your hand and stuff, but it allows you to get some really broad and varied patterns as well. So that's what I use to put the patterns into my metal art, and that's about it. Aside from that, you know, give these things a try. Try other stuff. You can anything, a file even, anything that makes a scratch can be used to put a pattern in if you do it properly. So give this stuff a try, and from there, it's art. It's up to you. Hope that helps. And if you have any other questions, let me know, and I'll see what I can do to answer them. So thanks for watching. See you next time.